Here in the heart of Dublin, around from Trinity College and along Nassau Street, lies the centre of Irish music. The Celtic Note music store. CelticNote.com can supply all your Irish, country, folk and traditional music needs.
Welcome to CelticNote.com.
Coming up on tonight's Celtic Note, you're in for a real country treat. We will have the hits from the country queen herself, Patsy Cline, and who better to perform them than our very own Sandy Kelly.
Stay tuned. Good evening, I'm Sandy Kelly.
And I'm John McNicholl, and you're very welcome to Celtic Note, the programme where we bring you all the top names in Irish and country music.
We are here every week, so if you are as passionate about Irish and country music as we are, you are definitely in the right place.
Tonight we are featuring the great music of Patsy Cline, and who better to perform her songs than my good friend Sandy Kelly.
Patsy has had a huge influence on my career and has influenced a whole generation of singers. Her career has spanned over 20 years, but it really was only in the last 5 years of her life did she become a recognised star. Her songs have survived, her legend lives on, and for me, she was an absolute inspiration. She's my hero, and that's why I wanted to dedicate a whole concert to her on this Celtic Note programme.
In this programme, Sandy will perform all of Patsy's greatest hits, including I Fall to Pieces, Your Cheating Heart, and of course, Crazy.
I'll bring you on a trip down memory lane to Nashville, where I had a chance to spend some time with Patsy's husband, Charlie, her producer, Owen Bradley, and singer Brenda Lee. I even had the pleasure of singing with the vocal group that backed Patsy, as well as Elvis, on some of their most famous songs. They were, of course, the fabulous Jordanaires. Here we are, singing Sweet Dreams.
Why can't I forget you? Start loving someone new. Instead of having sweet dreams about you. Instead of having sweet dreams about you. Thank you. Her career spanned 20 years, but only in the last 5 years of her life did she become a recognized star, the queen of country music. Her influence was immense, and she has inspired a whole generation of singers. I said, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on a-shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. I said, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on a-shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Well, it was on one moonlit night, stars shining bright, a whisper on high, your lover said goodbye. I said, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on and shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on and shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. I said,
Patsy Cline was named after the state she was born in, Virginia. Her real name was Virginia Hensley from the town of Winchester. By the age of 8, she already played piano, was a fine tap dancer. By 14, she was singing at her local radio station and in clubs in her own hometown. Patsy's father had left home when she was quite young, and Patsy got a job at the local drugstore to help support her family. But Patsy's sights were firmly set on the world of music. She wanted to be a singer.
Love that runs away from me, dreams that just won't let me be, blues that keep on bothering me, chains that just won't set me free, too far away from you and all each other. Just out of reach of my too empty arms. Each night in dreams I see your face, memories time cannot erase. Then I awake and find you gone. I'm so blue and all alone, too far away from lips so sweet and warm. Just out of reach of my too empty arms. That lonesome feeling all the time, knowing you cannot be mine. Dreams that hurt me in my sleep, vows that we could never keep. Too far away from lips so sweet and warm. Just out of reach of my too empty arms.
It's 1948, and Patsy is 16 years of age. Now, for any singer trying to make an impact in country music, there was only one place to go: Nashville, Tennessee, the home of country music's most famous show, the Grand Ole Opry. Well, that year, one of the stars of the Opry, Wally Fowler, was in Winchester, and Patsy took her courage in her hands and approached Wally for an audition. He not only gave her a hearing, but he gave her a spot on his show that night in Winchester. The lucky break she dreamed of had come, because as Wally left that night, he promised Patsy an audition for the Grand Ole Opry.
I'll be loving you always with a love that's true, always.
call had come from the Grand Ole Opry at last, and Patsy and her mother Hilda set out on the 500-mile journey to Nashville. She couldn't believe her dream was coming true at last. She auditioned for the Opry staff and was asked to stay a second day so that the other producers could hear her. The story should have a happy ending, and Patsy should have been an overnight success in the year of 1948. But the truth was, Patsy and her mother hadn't got the money to stay overnight, but were much too embarrassed to say so. They made an excuse to return home, and the Opry people promised to phone her with a definite date. The call never came. It would be 7 years before Patsy stood on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry.
Your cheating heart will make you weep. You cry and cry, and you try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like the falling rain, you toss around and you call my name. You walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. You walk the floor the very way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will tell on you.
Sandy, that was really beautiful, and no better woman to sing these fabulous songs.
Well, thanks, John, and I really hope you're all enjoying this as much as we are. It's just lovely for me tonight to be able to watch and take a trip down my own memory lane. The enjoyment for me was always in the making and recording of this program about Patsy, and it reminds me of just how great those songs are and how they have stood the test of time, can stand up to any song today. Just amazing writers.
That's for sure. And coming up after the break, Sandy performs some more of her favourite Patsy Cline songs, including Have You Ever Been Lonely, Walking After Midnight, and I Fall to Pieces.
And the song that changed Patsy's life, and most certainly mine, Crazy.
That hit and more coming up after the break. Stay tuned.
If you would like to take part in our amazing Celtic Note competition, just simply answer this question. What was Patsy Cline's and my biggest hit? Was it A, Crazy, B, Rockin' Robin, or C, New York, New York? To enter, log on to our website, CelticNote.com, and tell us your name, email address, and the correct answer, and you could win our great prize, the Celtic Note CD box set, with 30 great CDs from all the top names in Irish folk and country music. The competition ends at midnight on Sunday, so log on now.
The voice of Sandy Kelly
Crazy
and the songs of Patsy Cline. March 30th, Darlington. March 31st, Rill. April 3rd, Shrewsbury. April 4th, Bridlington. April 5th, Newark. The voice of Sandy Kelly, the songs of Patsy Cline. Available now on CelticNote.com or call free to the numbers on your screen.
And the song he sang.
The very best of the Clancy Brothers and Tommy Makem. A double CD collection from this legendary combination, featuring 36 of their finest recordings. The songs that changed the world of folk music.
Available now from CelticNote.com or call free to the numbers on your screen. Irish Folk Heroes, a 4-CD collection of Ireland's favourite folk heroes. The Furies, Jim McCann, Johnny McAvoy, the Dublin City Ramblers, a timeless collection of folk ballads and history from Irish folk heroes. Available now from CelticNote.com or call free to the numbers on your screen. Rock and Roll Love Songs, a 4-CD collection, 80 tracks, all your favourites. Elvis Presley, Connie Francis, Johnny Cash, Andy Williams.
That'll be the day when you make me cry. When I fall in love, it will be
Rock and Roll Love Songs. Available now from CelticNote.com or call free to the numbers on your screen.
Here we go round.
CelticNote.com presents Sean Cuddy live in concert, Ireland's favourite country and Irish star. Two Little Orphans, Pretty Little Girl from Oma and Slaney Valley. Sean Cuddy sings for you.
I might just
A great evening of entertainment from Sean Cuddy. Now available on DVD from CelticNote.com. See John McNicholl live on stage. Friday, March 29th, Halkirk Country Music Festival, Thurso, Caithness. Saturday, March 30th, Strathmore Function Hall, Forfar, Lanarkshire. Easter Sunday, March 31st, The Wave Centre, Maryport, Cumbria. For more information and tickets, check out the website johnmcnicholl.com. The Mass of St. Patrick, a moment to reflect, a moment to enjoy. The Mass of St. Francis,
little children, the kingdom of heaven belongs.
and the Man from Galilee. Available now from CelticNote.com or call free to the numbers on your screen.
Welcome back to Celtic Note and the home of country and Irish music. Every week we'll be bringing you the best in all things country, and tonight is no different.
Tonight we are featuring our very own Sandy Kelly singing the hits of the Queen of Country, Patsy Cline. If you've just joined us, you haven't missed all of tonight's action just yet. We've still got some more of Sandy's incredible interpretations of Patsy Cline's songs to show you, and the #1 hit, Crazy.
But first, I'm joined again by the vocal group that sang on a number of Patsy's classic songs. They are, of course, the Jordanaires, singing Have You Ever Been Lonely?
This really is a beautiful performance, and we hope you at home enjoy it.
just as I love you. Can't you see I'm sorry for this mistake I made? Can't you see I've changed you? Can't you see I've made? Be a little forgiving. Take me back in your heart. How can I go on living now that we're apart? If you knew what I've been through, then you'd know I ask you, have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue?
Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue? Have you ever loved someone the way that I love you?
Can't you see I'm sorry for each mistake I've made? Can't you see I've changed, dear? Can't you see I've made? Be a little forgiving. Take me back in your heart. How can I go on living now that we're apart? If you knew what I've been through, then you'd know I ask you, have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue? Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue?
If any two people could be called the fathers of country music, they were Chet Atkins and Owen Bradley, two producers who more or less invented the Nashville sound. In 1955, Owen Bradley took over as Patsy's producer and started looking for songs that suited her style. But due to publishing complications, the record company had the last word on what she recorded, and her records were only modest local hits. Patsy had difficulties in both her professional and her personal life, but she never lost her ambition and her determination. And then at last the waiting paid off. That phone call came from Nashville. Finally came in June 1955. Patsy Cline was billed on the Grand Ole Opry.
As I look at the letters that you kept to me, and see that I am thinking of, as I read I think of the past and all the pleasures we had as I watched the mating of the dove. It was in the springtime that you said goodbye. I remember our faded love. I miss you, darling, more and more every day as I witness the stars above. With every heartbeat, I still think of you and remember our faded love and remember our faded
With the Opry behind her, Patsy was now a success, at least in country circles. But she still had made no impact nationally. That all changed when she was booked to appear on the Arthur Godfrey Talent Show in New York. The production staff went through some unreleased records she had made with Owen Bradley from Decca and picked a song which Patsy had hated. She changed her mind, though, and took their advice and sang the song on the show on the night of January 28th, 1957. Before 10 million viewers, she sang her heart out, froze the applause meter, and brought the audience to their feet, and of course won the contest. Within 2 weeks, her record of her winning song had entered the national charts, where it stayed for 13 weeks. That most lucky song was Walkin' After Midnight.
I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway. Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, the lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. I stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me.
With Patsy enjoying national success, her career was taking off. But unfortunately, the opposite was happening in her personal life. She divorced Jerry Klein, and in September, of 1957 married Charlie Dick. Now Uncle Sam entered the picture, and Charlie was drafted into the army. Patsy joined him, and they lived in an army base. Even though she won 3 major country awards, she had semi-retired. But in 1959, she was back in Nashville, recording for Decca, and by 1961, she was back in the pop country charts with the classic, I Fall to Pieces.
I fall to pieces each time I see you again. I fall to pieces. How can I be just your friend? You want me to act like we've never kissed. You want me to forget, pretend we've never met. And I've tried, oh, but I haven't yet. You walk by and I fall to pieces. I fall to pieces each time someone speaks your name. I fall to pieces. Time only adds to the flame. You want me to find someone else to love, someone who loved me too, just like you used to do. But each time I go out with someone new, you walk by and I fall to pieces. You walk by and I fall to pieces.
A super performance there by our very own Sandy Kelly singing Patsy Cline's amazing selection of hits.
We hope you are really enjoying these great songs of Patsy's as much as we are. Watching this, I'm reminded how much I owe Patsy Cline. I met and worked with Johnny Cash because of my recordings of her songs, and I also got the opportunity to star in the West End production of Patsy Cline, the musical.
I'm sure that was great fun.
Oh, it was incredible.
Well, stay tuned because coming up after the break, Sandy sings Crazy, the unexpected hit for both Patsy and Sandy. This song went into the Irish charts and became the #1 biggest selling country single of all time.
If you would like to take part in our amazing Celtic Note competition, just simply answer this question. What was Patsy Cline's and my biggest hit? Was it A, Crazy, B, Rockin' Robin, or C, New York, New York? To enter, log on to our website, CelticNote.com, and tell us your name, email address, and the correct answer, and you could win our great prize, the Celtic Note CD box set, with 30 great CDs from all the top names in Irish folk and country music. The competition ends at midnight on Sunday, so log on now.
The voice of Sandy Kelly
Crazy
and the songs of Patsy Cline. April 6th, South Shields. April 7th, Skegness. April 9th, Wakefield. April 11th, Perth. April 12th, Falkirk. The Voice of Sandy Kelly, the songs of Patsy Cline. Available now on CelticNote.com or call free to the numbers on your screen. A moment of reflection. Derek Moore and Galia Shaka. Gerard Grinnell. Roy Holmes. A moment to enjoy. Available now from CelticNote.com or call free to the numbers on your screen. Sharon Shannon, live at Dolan's. A great live DVD featuring Ireland's premier musician. Sharon Shannon with a host of guests, including Desi O'Halloran, John Kenny, Declan O'Rourke, and Mundy.
What would you do? Well, if her hair were black and her eyes were blue.
Sharon Shannon, the Galway Girl, live at Dolan's on DVD and CD. Available now from CelticNote.com or call free from the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland 0800 011 4100 and from the Republic of Ireland 1800 992 995.
As you know,
Margo O'Donnell, Ireland's Queen of Country and Irish. All Margo's albums including Margo and Friends, Songs of Inspiration, Golden Favourites, Country and Irish. Margo O'Donnell, Ireland's Queen of Country and Irish. And on DVD, Margo's Ireland and a Musical Journey. Available now from CelticNote.com or call free to the number on your screen. CelticNote.com presents John McNicholl live in concert. John sings a selection of his favourite songs, including You Are No Angel, Life Turned to That Way, and Sweet 16. If we only had All Ireland over here, love changes everything, and pardon my French. This is John McNicholl at his best. John McNicholl, live in concert, now available on DVD from CelticNote.com.
On Raglan Road.
Celtic Note presents Luke Kelly, the performer. For the first time ever on DVD, 19 unforgettable performances by the legendary Luke Kelly.
Available now from CelticNote.com. The Voice of Sandy Kelly
crazy
and the songs of Patsy Cline. The full story. See Sandy Kelly and the Patsy Cline Show at a theatre near you.
after midnight.
The best of Sandy Kelly on CD. The Voice of Sandy Kelly, the songs of Patsy Cline. Available now on CelticNote.com or call free to the numbers on your screen.
Welcome back to the last part of this Patsy Cline special. We hope you are thoroughly enjoying this blast from the past as much as we are.
It's really just nice for me to listen to all these amazing songs. Willie Nelson's song Crazy is responsible for so much of my success, and it's thanks to Patsy Cline's version of that song that I have managed to carve out a successful singing career over the last 25 years. I really consider myself honoured.
It's just amazing how one song can sometimes have such an impact on your career. And isn't it true, Sandy, that when Patsy heard Crazy, she didn't like it at the first hearing?
That's absolutely true, John. And it really wasn't until she got the opportunity to slow it down and do it her very own way that it sort of grew on her. And then when she premiered Crazy at the Grand Ole Opry, she received 3 standing ovations and it became her signature song. She was always so determined, and that's why she's so inspirational.
Well, sit back now and enjoy the last few Patsy Cline songs interpreted so beautifully by Sandy. And don't forget you can buy Sandy's recordings of these songs on CD and on DVD at CelticNote.com. First though, Sandy brings us back to the early 60s when Patsy started making it big. This is where her legacy began with songs like San Antonio Rose.
By 1961, Patsy Cline was being hailed as the queen of country music, the first woman to make it big in country music. She encouraged many other singers along the way, Loretta Lynn, Dottie West, Brenda Lee. They all acknowledged their debt to her. In June 1961, Patsy was involved in a serious car accident in Nashville. And for a while, it looked like her injuries might be fatal. But the doctors hadn't reckoned on the grit and determination that Patsy had shown all her life. As she pulled through, before long, she was back in the studio and back in the country charts with She's Got You.
I've got the picture that you gave to me, and it's signed with love, just like it used to be. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got the picture, she's got you. I've got the records that we used to share, and they still sound the same as when you were here. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got the record, she's got you. I've got your memory, or has it got me? I really don't know, but I know that it won't let me be. I've got the lacerate that proved you care, and it still looks the same as when you gave it, dear. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got the lacerate, she's got you. I've got your memory, or has it got me? I really don't know, but I know that it won't let me be. I've got the lacerate that proved you cared, and it still looks the same as when you gave it, dear. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got these little things, she's got you.
In the early 1960s, all the struggles and milestones of Patsy's life now seemed a thing of the past. Her career had taken off. She was happily married with 2 children and a home with her own flower garden that she'd always wanted. She was highly respected by her colleagues in country music and had been voted the top female singer for the 2nd time round. It was a long time coming, but at last Patsy could enjoy the success and acclaim she so truly deserved.
Deep within my heart lies a melody, a song of old San Antonio, where in dreams I live with a memory beneath the stars all alone. Well, it was there I found beside the outlaw, his head was strange and Speak once again of my love, my own. Broken song, empty words, I know. Still live in my heart all alone. Oh, that moonlit pass by the Alamo and rose, my rose of San Antonio. My rose of San Antonio.
It's a funny thing, but Patsy Cline's biggest hit records were usually songs she never liked at first. And the next song is a case in point. It was written as an up-tempo number by an unknown singer-songwriter named Willie Nelson. Her husband Charlie loved the song, but Patsy hated it and couldn't get to grips with it. She recorded take after take and still it wasn't right. Then she slowed it down and said, "Let's do this song my way." With an arrangement by Owen Bradley, she tried one more take and suddenly it gelled. It turned out to be the song that became one of the classics, her biggest hit.
Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, oh why let myself
I owe so much to that song. I hope you all really enjoyed it.
Unfortunately, Patsy's life came to a tragic end in March of 1963, when Patsy travelled to a charity gig in Kansas with fellow country musicians. They all decided to go by plane owned and flown by her manager, Randy Hughes. When they went to return home the next day, there was a terrible storm, and they were all still determined to try and make it home by plane.
80 miles from Nashville, just over a little town called Camden, the plane went down. and everyone was killed. The world lost one of its finest singers. Patsy's family lost a loving wife and mother. Written on her gravestone in Winchester, Virginia are these words: "Death cannot kill what never dies." Patsy Cline lives on through her music.
Truly beautiful words. Thank you for joining us here on Celtic Note to celebrate the life of Patsy Cline. I'm sure you enjoyed Sandy Kelly singing her amazing collection of songs. If you would like to get your hands on your very own copy of Patsy Cline's show on DVD, log on to CelticNote.com, or you can dial the number that's on your screen right now. Some of the tracks you hear tonight are also available on Sandy's CD, The Voice of Sandy Kelly, The Songs of Patsy Cline. Don't forget to keep an eye on our website, CelticNote.com, for more information of all the artists we have featured in this series and their great music collections.
And if you are a Facebook user, visit our Facebook page to keep an eye out for more great Irish music and for details of the next series of Celtic Note.
Next week, we bring you the music of the legendary folk singer, one of the best that ever come out of Ireland, the great Luke Kelly.
We have gathered together rare and classic performances of Luke, and we'll hear intimate accounts of his genius and personality from those who knew him best, his bandmates, Ronnie Drew, Barney McKenna and John Sheehan, and his contemporaries of the folk revival era, Ralph McTell, Donovan, Paddy Riley and Phil Coulter. Don't miss it.
I'm really looking forward to that, so tune in next week. Good night and take care.
Good night.
Good night. If you would like to take part in our amazing Celtic Note competition, just simply answer this question. What was Patsy Cline's and my biggest hit? Was it A, Crazy, B, Rockin' Robin, or C, New York, New York? To enter, log on to our website, CelticNote.com, and tell us your name, email address, and the correct answer, and you could win our great prize, the Celtic Note CD box set, with 30 great CDs from all the top names in Irish folk and country music. The competition ends at midnight on Sunday, so log on now.
Welcome to the world of the Dubliners, a definitive collection of 80 timeless classics, now digitally remastered on 4 CD. The Dubliners, one of the world's most popular Irish folk groups, have delighted countless millions throughout the world in concert and on record.
I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. Dirty old times.
This outstanding Dubliners collection brings you not only 80 of their greatest hits, but now for the first time on DVD, the Dubliners Dublin. Remember, this is an exclusive television offer and cannot be bought in any store. The Dubliners, a must-have collection, yours to enjoy for only $29.99 plus postage and packing. To order this fine collection of 4 CDs and DVD, call the number on your screen now.